This is WGRG 100.5 FM, where we meet the absolute minimum FCC broadcasting standards. It's time to hang on and brace yourself for a community radio program that's frankly indescribable. Let's talk Geneseo. Two guys with nothing better to do on a Friday morning but to talk about our community. Geneseo City Administrator Brandon Meglin and City Alderman Keith Kennett. And yeah, nobody, and I mean nobody, puts the blah in blah 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 like these guys do.
To WGRG. Oh, there we go. Good morning. You're listening to WGRG 100.5 FM in Geneseo, and this is Let's Talk Geneseo for this Friday, March 14th, I believe it is. Yes, it is. But a little bit of a special program this morning. I am Keith Kennett, but it's just me this morning. No Brandon. He has a conflict with a meeting, so I'm going solo this morning. But we kind of have a special broadcast in that we will be leaving the studio and doing some live coverage of the Geneseo Polar Plunge, which is taking place at 8 o'clock. Pretty sure it's at 8 o'clock here at Geneseo High School. This is a fundraiser that is helping to support the Geneseo Special Olympics and also the Special Olympics of Illinois. So it should be a fun event, and we'll be heading out there here shortly as I'm walking and talking and making sure everything here is working, and it does seem that it is. Let me just adjust one thing here. Talk amongst yourselves. And here we go. I think that testing 1, 2, and there we go. Okay, it's a little hot, but that should work. Okay. So, with that, I am. There's no video with this, but if there was and you were able to see this, you would probably be chuckling to yourself. But and just let me do that. Okay, I think we're all set. So we're going to head outside and see what's going on out at the football field as they get ready to prepare things for the Polar Plunge to take place here in just start in about 10 minutes or so. So we're leaving the broadcast bunker here at the high school, kind of walking through some students here. Good morning, everyone. Seems to be some excitement with spring break, of course, starting here in the school district next week. So this is the final day of school for the students here at the high school. Well, actually at all the schools in the district. But making it through the cafeteria here to the back door. And we're heading outside. Hopefully it's a little breezy this morning, but a nice morning. Clear skies, about 60 degrees or so. But a little bit of a wind in the air, so hopefully that doesn't pose a problem with wind noise on the mic and that sort of thing. So we're walking outside here, coming across to the back of the football stadium. Of course, I'm sure all of you know where that's located, but it's just to the east of the back of the high school. And kind of quiet, not too many people out here so far, but I think we can, I see two ladies here, and we'll try and find someone to speak with a little bit. I think there will be an announcer. I'm hoping there will be an announcer to help me with some of the details of the event. But I do, okay, we're going to go here. So we're heading up into the bleachers. There we go. All right. And then right about the, I would call it the 50-yard line, the fire department has set up their temporary water tank, and it's a square, rubber-sided square water tank. It's probably about, I would say 15 feet by 15 feet, and probably about 2.5, 3 feet deep. And the interesting thing about it, and we noticed this last year when Brandon and I were watching this, is that they have 1, 2, 3, 4. They do have 4 like bungee cables that run across to kind of help hold the sides up and stuff. And we did notice that when people were jumping into it, they sometimes those support bungees, or whatever you call them, tended to maybe get in the way a little bit. So there is a technique. You just don't jump into the temporary pool, or at least if you do, you'd want to be a little extra careful, because we did see some people get hung up in that. But anyway, so I'm making my way up to the top of the bleachers, and we're going to head inside the press box here to try to find somebody that we can talk. Oh yes, here's Todd is with us. Todd, I don't know if you have a minute, but we're live here on WGRG.
Good morning.
But we have the big polar plunge, but maybe a recap on just what is the polar plunge.
Well, the Polar Plunge, the adaptive special ed group, is running this today. The fundraising goes to, I can't remember which group it's going to, but it's a great cause. We've got, I don't know how many groups coming out to do it. Jump in the water. It's cold as ice, like the song is saying. So today's beautiful, though. It's 55 degrees right now, so shouldn't be too bad for the people to get in and get out. So hopefully they have a towel and they don't freeze. So yeah.
Well, that sounds good. I know there's like student teams participating. They pay a fee, and that all goes to the Geneseo Special Olympics and the Illinois Special Olympics.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, so the Special Olympics. But then there's some staff teams also, so it's $5 a person to do it, and then try to get 4, so you get about $20 per team. So.
All right, that's great. And I see Larry Lord is down there, and we have somebody that's going to be announcing.
Megan Miller's right here. She's helping organizing this too. So if you want to grab Megan Miller, she's new to the staff. She's one of our new staff members this year. She does a phenomenal job, and she runs we have a adaptive phys ed class that they do, and they call it Unified PE. And she's in charge of that, so she's helping out with that today. And Larry Lord is going to run some music, it looks like. So.
All right. Well, I will go and track them down. But thank you very much.
Hey, have a great morning.
Oops. Okay, you too. Bye now. And so we're deep in the press box here. I see Larry Lord, a familiar face, in the press box, and Megan Miller.
Yes.
Yes, you get the treat of being live on the air here with WGRG. We're doing a remote here for the Polar Plunge, but Todd, fill us in a little bit on the details. But so basically, though, we have student teams and then faculty teams, and they basically will be doing what?
We are raising money for Special Olympics, and we will be stepping into that really cold pool of water down there, cheering on our Special Olympics teams and just having fun.
Well, and actually a very nice morning for March 14th insofar as the weather, but I'm pretty sure the water is not as warm as the weather might seem. I think Larry was out there earlier. I saw him with buckets of ice that he was just throwing in the water to give it that little extra kick this morning. But do you have a rough idea on how many teams will be participating? Not to ambush you.
Yeah, we have 22 teams signed up, and most are groups of 4.
Okay.
Yep.
And those will be announced, and who the teams are and that sort of thing. And it starts at what time?
Probably around 8:05, 8:10.
Got it. Okay. All right. Well, have a great event. Look forward to it. And I'm just going to make it past here. And as I kill time, I'll kill time with Larry Lord also, a familiar face here at the high school. I think we can almost say that Larry's an institution here at the high school, but we're live here on WGRG, and I know you have responsibilities as usual. Looks like you'll be doing some announcing.
No.
Or someone will be doing some.
No, I'm just running sound today. We've got a crew of girls that are going to come in, and 2 girls are in charge of the music, and another couple are actually going to do the announcing. So I'm just in the background today.
And as usual, just making sure everything works and sounds good, and Larry takes care of that. Unrelated, but as long as you're here, noticed a lot of activity at the school yesterday where there were several large tour buses and equipment and all sorts of activity, and kind of what was going on at the high school last night.
Yeah, we had the biggest tour group that we've ever had at the high school. It was the Collingsworth family, which is well known in the gospel music genre. In fact, they are capable of filling spaces that can hold thousands and thousands of people. And so what happened was they were originally scheduled to be at the Galvin Fine Arts Center over at St. Ambrose for that concert yesterday, but St. Ambrose had some personnel issues, and they weren't able to do it. So the people who do all the planning for the concerts for this group reached out to us. We happen to have that yesterday evening open, and so we negotiated a nice agreement between us, and boy, it turned out to be really spectacular. I don't know if any of your listening audience out there had a chance to poke their heads into the concert hall yesterday, but man, what a show. They had a 20 foot, 25 foot video wall and all sorts of lights, just a spectacular show. So it was fun to be a part of that, even a small part as I was, which is just to basically open the doors and go get water for them. But yeah, it was a terrific show, a wonderful gospel presentation as well, and I hope we can continue to get groups of that caliber into our concert hall. In fact, we kind of think. They tell us that this will help to put us on the map. You know, if the Collingsworth family was there and say good things about us, then the word will spread and we'll start to see maybe larger groups. We'll see. We hope so.
Well, yeah, that's pretty cool to have a group of that caliber here in town performing. And, of course, I don't see anything around now, so they cleaned up everything last night and hit the road?
Yes, they headed out about 1 o'clock in the morning. It takes them that long. I mean, the load-in process, we had to borrow, and this is my way of... This is an opportunity for me to thank these groups too, but Todd Eller, you spoke to him just a few minutes ago. He very generously dedicated or donated his second hour PE class to me to help us to load in. And last night we had a few good volunteers come to help load out. And that process, if you can imagine, all the stage pieces and the lights and the sound and the video takes a good couple hours each. And so thanks to Todd and Jacqueline Wetzel for donating her third hour FFA class, and then my AV class from fourth hour. All of them had a chance to come and lend a hand to help put things together and then take things apart again later, late that evening.
Well, and I would think as a student, too, that's probably a fun opportunity to how often you get to be a roadie, if you will, and get to kind of see the behind-the-scenes stuff. But, yes, it was an impressive convoy of vehicles that they had at least 3 or 4 tour buses,
4. Large
trailers, and all that stuff.
Yeah, each one of those buses with the trailer, it was 65 feet long. I don't know how you drive such a thing, but it was quite a sight, and we were very happy to have them. So we hope to do more groups like that in the future. Yes.
All right. Well, I'll let you get on to your responsibilities, Larry, but good seeing you, and thank you very much. And we are continuing here up now from the press box here at Geneseo High School, and some of the students are starting to filter into the bleachers as we speak. Looks like we also have quite a few staff members kind of starting to gather about. I see they have brought, they have a temporary metal, like a training table set up down at the 40-yard line with a large stack of towels that I think will probably be getting quite a bit of use here in the next 10 minutes or so. But again, setting the table a little bit, you're listening live here to WGRG 100.5 FM in Geneseo, a special edition this morning of Let's Talk Geneseo. I'm Keith Kennett. Normally you'd be hearing Brandon as well, but he had a meeting conflict and is unable to be here, so you get to listen to me drone on by myself for a while here as we cover, though, the Geneseo Polar Plunge. And this is an activity taking place outside at the football field here at Geneseo High School. And you may ask yourself, well, again, what is the Geneseo Polar Plunge? But it is it's a fundraiser for the Geneseo Special Olympics and also the Special Olympics of Illinois. And how it works is you have teams of up to 4 people will compete, I guess, for lack of a better word, in the event. It's a $5 donation per person that is participating. And again, all those funds go to Special Olympics of Geneseo and of Illinois. And there will be student teams probably dressed up in costume of some sort, but the fire department has set up their temporary water tank here at the 50-yard line on the track at the high school. And this is a square temporary tank that has a kind of almost just like a square pool, if you will, a backyard pool with side supports, and it's about 3 feet deep, I would say, and probably about 15 feet in length, and then also 15 feet in width. And the students, the polar part of it is, even though the weather this morning actually is very nice for March 14th, about 55, 60 degrees or so, but the water is going to be cooler than that, and they basically just jump on into the temporary pool here. And so it's a fun event. There also will be staff participants that I know in the past they have either also jumped into the pool, or I think there's an option if you want to have a bucket of ice water, of a Gatorade container of ice water poured on you. I think that may be an option also. Not sure on that, so we will learn together as we are here to take in the event. But it's a fun thing. It's a fun thing to do here out at the high school on the last day of school here in Geneseo School District before we head to spring break. And the students now are starting to come in large groups and finding spots here in the bleacher, and I would say probably things will get going here in about 10 minutes or so. Can't be soon enough from one's perspective here. But anyway, weather-wise, no Justin this morning with his forecast, but today is really supposed to be a nice day for most of it. It's going to be a breezy day, particularly starting this afternoon, but a high of about 80 degrees or so. Might get a little interesting later on this evening, insofar as the potential for some storms. Some of those might be a little heavy, but then tomorrow things kind of get back to normal. Temperatures upper 40s, 50 or so then as we head into the weekend and early next week. But all good here this morning at Geneseo High School out on the football field. Up in the press box at this moment, I'm kind of scanning down onto the field and looking for maybe someone that I could also rope into saying something with me, but everyone's done a good job of avoiding me and and thus avoiding to have to be on air. So that's okay. We will carry on here and try and paint a picture as best we can here out at the high school. Up in the press box here, we have a couple of students that are volunteering to announce, and then also working on some of the music that's being played here at the football field as part of the event. So seeing actually quite a few students in shorts and t-shirts, and yeah, with the sun out and stuff, it actually is pretty nice out here this morning. So with that, I'm going to, if you can bear with me here, because I'm wearing a few hats. I believe this is still working all right, and I will just kind of check here to something. So talk amongst yourselves, if you will. And all right. And I will be right back here in just a minute or two. So hang tight. And I'm back. This is Keith Kennett, and a special edition here of Let's Talk Geneseo on this Friday morning, March 14th. We are out on the football field here at Geneseo High School to give coverage to the Geneseo Polar Plunge. which is a fundraiser, as I've said before a few times, for Geneseo Special Olympics and Special Olympics Illinois. If those are causes that you would like to support, you can certainly do that without having to jump into the pool of cold water. And if you just either call the high school or email the high school, they can get you set up on how, if you want to send a donation, of how to be able to do that. I do believe they also have a couple Facebook postings and stuff to where you can QR code it and that sort of thing. And okay, well, I will be heading down here. It's amazing the amount of things that would normally work fine until you need them to work and they aren't. But again, I think we're still okay with this. So we're heading outside and be able to hear some of the noise here at the stadium. Walk through the students here and wonder who the interesting guy is with a lot of wires hanging down, hoping he doesn't trip and make a fun story for them. But so far so good coming down the stairs here with everything. But I see a familiar face, and and there she is, yes. And it's somebody that won't be able to avoid speaking with me, because I see this is the nerve center of all things music here at the at the high school. I don't see any costumes and stuff, so I don't know about participation. Mr. LaCroix was smart enough to walk away to avoid being on there. It shows the seasoned veteran he is of teaching to just keep on moving. But we're here with Jamie Katofsky, of course, on staff here. So Jamie, nice morning. Anybody you know that is participating in the Polar Plunge this morning?
Yeah, we've got some band students who are participating, and they've got some great costumes, so looking forward to seeing them get cold and wet and not us.
All right. Well, we will definitely be cheering them on as well. And I hear and some of the teams are lining up and getting ready. So we'll definitely be cheering loudly for the band team. All right. Well, thanks for being brave and coming on air with us. And I'll see however many people I can get to walk away from me. Thanks, Jamie.
Thank you.
All right, making it through the crowd here. Some. Good morning, Coach.
Morning.
All right. We are heading out of the stands here, though. We're going to go out into the field and see who else we can speak with once we get outside. Or not outside, but out into the field. And I'm probably going to be hanging out by that speaker that you can hear in the background, because that's pretty much going to be my source for the team names and who's participating and that sort of thing. And so there are several teams here that are lined up. Of course, we have good representation from the police department. I see Chief Casey, Amber's over there as well, the community service officer. And of course, they also know to not get too close or involved. But there are several teams here. We have looks like some peeps, some people in just swimming suits. That's good attire. We have dinosaurs, different things. So I would say we have probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe about at least 10 teams or so. I'm saying hi to the principal here at Geneseo High School. Good to see Tom, and wow, there's probably at least maybe 15 teams or so, and they're still streaming in. So this will probably be you'll hear a lot of ad-libbing on my part here as we again announce this fun event, though, the Geneseo Polar Plunge on a really delightful March 14th morning here. But the water, I put my hand in it a little bit earlier, and it is definitely colder than the air temperature. And as I also mentioned earlier, there are quite a few. There's a big stack of towels here available for those that will need it. So I'm trying to, as we were talking with Jamie Katowski, there is a band team, although I'm not sure which one they are. Looks like I definitely see what looks like a track team, maybe cross country. I'm going with track. What I would say is it's like a lifeguard theme. Now I get it, of students. There is I don't know if I was get Easter theme, but we have a pig, a horse, a chick, as in chicken, and it looks like we also have coming in here. They are in overalls and yellow body paint. So that's a nice, I think it's going to be like a Minion theme. I'm going with Minions. Yes, is one of the teams that has been identified, maybe identified improperly, but that's what I'm going with at this moment. So, it appears that they're kind of getting ready to get things started here. Pretty good sized crowd. Pretty much all the high school students are here in the stand, so that's fun to see. And we have some officials for people that anyway are walking up and getting, I think, ready to get the event started. But setting the table once more, it is a 3,000-gallon tank of portable tank of water here set up on the track at the 50-yard line. It's about 3 feet deep, I would say, maybe just a hair less than that. But it's a square metal framed enclosure with a rubber liner in it. And
hello and welcome to the 2021
students will be jumping into it.
Special Olympics in Illinois. A reminder to all teams, please do not run, cannonball, or dive into the pool. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Our first team is Old McDonald's Farm.
All right, this is Team Old McDonald's Farm. This would be the chick, horse, and pig. They are now stepping onto the side of the pool, and they are in. The pig is in first. And next, followed by the chicken, the horse. I believe that is a horse. Yes, it is. And the horse is in as well. So three young ladies have participated in that. They are now crawling across the pool to the other side. They're coming out, and they reached full saturation. They went down to the neck. They are very cold, but they've made it through, and they are smiling so far. And I talked over the name of the next team, but this is two ladies, both in pink and blue swim attire. They have jumped in, and they went actually in the whole. They went with the heads underwater on that, so that was 100% effort. They are still in the pool. And making their way across as the water is splashing out. So that was team number 2. All right. And this is the team of lifeguards. 2 young ladies and young man here in their red lifeguard attire. And in goes lifeguard 1. Lifeguard 2 are in the water, followed up by lifeguard number 3. And they are... Oh, no, here comes number 4 to do the rescue. Now I am getting the concept. All right. So, oh, and my goodness. So the 4th lifeguard came in with his orange floaty thing and rescued one of the other lifeguards. He's carrying him out. He is doing life-to-life, mouth-to-mouth resuscitation on the student. And he's okay. A life has been saved here this morning. And I'll tell you what, there isn't a dry eye in the house watching that heroic lifeguard save him. Good job, guys. And I talked over these guys. And the next team, they have a Hawaiian theme with leis and grass skirts. They are in the water. All 4 young ladies are in the water. And I give these students, it's 100%. It's heads under, and they are coming out really soaked as the team of 4. As the team of 4 make it out. The next group is, it is, I think that's a... Well, I am not sure. I do know one is in a dinosaur costume, and the rest are, I think it is something maybe related to Wicked. I am not sure. But whatever it is, it's cool. But I'm going to move closer to the speaker so I can hear what the names of these teams. Okay, I think...
Our next team is Team Despicable Me.
Okay, these would be the Minions, Team Despicable Me. 4 young men, they are wearing just overalls and yellow body paint. In goes 1, 2, 3. And number 4, I'm not, he just appears to be in normal clothing, has gone into the, the pool, but then all 4 make it out. And I will say, though, that they did not, all right, and then the next team of 4 of students jumps in. Did not catch the name. They are, I'll be honest with you, I'm not really sure what the costumes represent. A lot of effort went into it, I'm sure, but they are in the pool. And the last 2 groups have done a little bit of, they're getting wet, but they haven't gone full. Oh, now we have 4 witches that are jumping into the pool. At least I could figure that out. And again, I will say, on balance, the young ladies that are participating, they're, for the most part, they are all in. It's full immersion.
Now we have boys track.
Okay, and the next team here is the boys track team. They're easy to spot because they're pretty much.
Now we have Susie, Avery, Erica, and Riley.
Okay.
Where's the team at?
Oh, okay, we had a quick last-minute change here. I believe it is the part of the girls' track team, but again, all 4 girls, they are full in, underwater, doing it right.
We have the LeBron.
Okay, and now I think this is a team of 4 boy. I believe they are on track too, and 3 of them went under. The 4th kind of, again, keeping the head dry. Of course, that would be the technique I would be using. So they have made it through.
Now we have the track coaches.
Oh, the track coaches are coming at, well, you can hear it is a crowd favorite. Of course, I see Coach Todd out there and others assisting. They are, both, they definitely, at first they're just kind of walking through. So 2 went full immersion. The other 2 just are walking gingerly, showing the wisdom they have.
We now have the Alchemists.
In participating. So the Alchemists are coming here as a team of 2 scientists, skipping hand in hand in their white lab coats. Into the water they go, full immersion, again, with safety goggles, so you have to respect that. And they are doing a great job here. One coming to the other's aid to help them out of the pool. They did it.
Now we have the wrestlers.
All right, and here comes the girls wrestling team, all 3 in. Boom! Oh, and they were 100% into that. It was a full-on safe dive. Hung up a little bit in the bungee cords, okay, but again, full immersion for all of them.
Now we have the full group.
All right. And now we have 4 young ladies that are in, I believe this is some sort of like a cooking class or something. I am not sure. But they are all in black and Geneseo smocks. And so they are in. All 4 ladies did a great job here. Now we have a team of 4. I was talking when they announced them, so I'm not exactly sure who they are. But again, another team of 4 students into the tank. And we're probably about 3/4 of the way through the event here. But a lot of teams participating.
Now we have the Special Olympics 1.
Okay, this is Special Olympics 1. So we have 1, 2, 3. I see. So we have 3 here diving in. And again, it is a 100% effort. 2 boys and a young lady. The 2 boys did full immersion. The young lady, again, exercising a little discretion and keeping the head dry.
We have Team 2.
So they have made it through, and here comes Team 2 of the Special Olympics. The 3 students, they are up and into the water, full immersion for number 1. Always impressive to see as the other 2 make their way into the pool. And like I said, also, it's a little tough in there in that they have 4 bungee cables running across the pool from side to side. That makes it a little bit of a challenge to walk through things. But all 4 have, or all 3, I should say, made it through and did a good job. They're being careful of getting out of the pool. It's a little bit of a challenge.
Now we have the Polar Princesses.
All right, next is a team of 4, the Polar Princesses. Here they come in their finest princess garb as they jump into the pool, and so doing a good job with that. And the princesses are all out. Everything is fine. All of the. All right, and this is superheroes. I see Superman and I am not sure, but a superhero of some sort. The two young ladies, they're both into the water. One, again, full immersion. The other is, I think, going to be a little more reserved, and looks like we're going to shoulder depth in her case as they make it through the pool. And it looks like there's one team left here. And they are in their black bodysuits and then colorful bikinis on top of that. So that's a good appropriate call here, in that you're in your swim attire.
Certainly not least, the Beach Babes.
But the Beach Babes, yeah, so they have their swim attire, but yeah, they have a little bit of warmth underneath there. And it is 3 all in, and I mean all in, to the pool. A favorite of the crowd. They did a great job there to those 3 young ladies. So that. All right, they are now calling out Principal Ryerson. Now we have Community Service Officer Amber, I should say, or school officer Amber is in. We now have Principal Tom is taking off his attire. He's being carried by Chief Casey and Amber to the water to be lovingly thrown into the water. And they actually did lovingly throw him into the water, but Principal Tom into the pool as well, and he is out. But to the big cheers, as you heard, of the crowd here at the football field. So we're live here at the football field at Geneseo High School to cover the Geneseo Polar Plunge. It's a fundraiser by the students for Geneseo Special Olympics and Illinois Special Olympics. And we had, I'm not sure, I'm going to just guesstimate, but there were probably a good 15 teams. 15 teams of jumpers. Most of them were 4 teams of 4. We had a couple teams of 3, and I think it maybe a team of 2. But yeah, a lot of participation, and each person in the water is a $5 donation to Special Olympics. So with that, as there's a mad rush for the towels on the little table they have set up, although there do appear to be. Well, no, I take that back. Yeah, there are no more dry towels left. So there's a large group of students that are now making their way quickly into the high school and getting dried off and stuff to start the rest of the school day. And they're treating this at the high school as a late start. So a 9 o'clock class starts, so that gives everybody a little time to get dried off and that sort of thing. So with that, that will wrap up our special live coverage here from Geneseo High School of the Polar Plunge. I appreciate you tuning in and listening. Hopefully this worked. And I haven't just been talking to myself here for the last 45 minutes, but pretty sure it's working. And there will not be Let's Talk Geneseo next week. We're on spring break, and so no show next Friday, but I'll be back, and pretty sure Brandon will be back too the week after that with Let's Talk Geneseo. I think it's March 25th or whatever the date is. That's the last Friday in March. So I am making my way up the back stairs into the kind of cafeteria entrance here at the high school, working my way into the line here. And we are back inside, but as I kind of wearing a few hats this morning, so you get to listen to me walk through the fun hallways of the high school back to the radio studio, so I can push buttons and move a few levers and get things back to regular. And with that, I am now going to thank you for listening so very much, and hope you enjoyed it. Not sure if we'll do this again, or at least not with one person next time, but hopefully it wasn't too painful for you, our listening audience. So this has been WGRG 100.5 FM in Geneseo. Have a great weekend.